just by your answer, sweetie, I can tell you go, this is classic. Yeah, right, whatever. Here's what is on your mind. I'm a big, arrogant, big mouth fucking asshole, right? And you want to you want to destroy that any way you can.
Some Other Narcotic on the show today. Welcome to the show, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
I've been trying to make it happen for a while. Yeah, no problem. I've been trying to make it happen for a while. You're a busy guy. You're always producing some sort of music or reel for your Instagram. I've been noticing that. So this guy's a good follow. He's a solid follow. He's got a lot to look at, a lot of music to pick through, stuff like that, reels. Yeah. So check this guy out. That's your Instagram, right? Just Some Other Narcotic? Is there an underscore?
Underscore at the end, yeah.
There's an underscore. Well, I'll tag him in this and all that. So
hell yeah. And then I just made another page, B-Fly LLC, for my entertainment business. But it's all me right now. So yeah, I'm going to post on both pages. So go follow Some Other Narcotic. Yeah, he's in the tag. But I'm going to send you the
and B-Fly. Okay, cool. I didn't know about that one yet.
B-Fly
it's brand
LLC. New. Yeah, I just made it.
We're breaking news.
Boom.
He made it in the car on the way here. So what's that going to be like? That's going to be what? Like
just straight music reels. Just so my personal, I have music reels, but you'll of course see me post stuff on my story and stuff. But B-Flies are going to be just that. And then I'm, might start trying to see if I can not sign someone, but get someone under B-Fly as well.
Yeah, and work with them. That's
start posting stuff on there. So we'll see. It'll just be me for now, but music.
That's artists. All music derived and stuff. That's badass. I like that.
Clothing will be on there too. Actually, let me not say just music, but the clothing will be intertwined with the music. It's my B-Fly.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So it's like a merch. They'll have merch and shit there.
Yeah, I've you'll see it on my page already. I've had the merch. It's just some shit happened. It's funny. I'm glad this is online. So like, my car was broken into, and this was I want to say maybe a year ago. I haven't read up on merch. I know I should. That's bad on me. But look. My car got broken into. I give it to y'all. I don't even think I left it open. The shit locks by itself. It's a brand new car, but y'all got in there. Y'all got my shit. It's cool. But y'all took the duffel bag with all my merch in it. 30 B-Fly shirts and 20 B-Fly hats. I ain't seen them on the streets. If y'all threw them away, come on, y'all. Y'all can't do nothing with them. Bring them back.
At least wear them.
What's wrong with y'all? But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, no, the merch been out. Yeah, it's B-Fly. But yeah, definitely gonna revamp and resurface for sure.
So just be on the lookout, and you can be able to get it later on when it all comes back out.
Funny story, I know, but yeah.
So yeah, man, you've got a lot of stuff, like I said, on your Instagram. That's where I've been kind of discovering all your stuff you do. But I want to talk to you. I want to ask you about like where you're from, kind of your backstory. That's like a piece of the puzzle I don't know yet. You know, I've known you for a little bit, worked with you and stuff. We got to know each other like for enough hours, I would say, but in one setting. You know what I mean?
This guy's a fun guy, low key. He's dope.
You know what I mean? We had some good times, but it was just like in one kind of setting.
Yeah.
So like, let's start for where you're from, dude. I know we're in Arizona now, but are you an Arizona native?
Yeah, born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona.
All right, cool.
West Phoenix.
A tall guy. I thought he was going to say Minnesota or something.
It's
what
funny,
those tall guys are? Minnesota Viking guys?
I've been called a Viking. That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude, with the beard.
My bearded shit.
Yeah.
No, but with the way I carry myself, I guess, and a lot of my friends are from the East Coast, Detroit, or either South Side or East Coast. So a lot of people think I'm from either Philly or Detroit and things like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. But no, born and raised West Phoenix. Born in the county hospital, and then Maryville. Maryville is right there on 71st Avenue, Indian School, the outskirts of Maryville. Right there by Delmar Apartments. Y'all know where that is, the little church in Cypress Garden.
You guys know what he's talking about?
The house. They know what I'm talking about.
Okay, they know.
They know what I'm talking about.
That's cool, man. So that's like where you grew up?
Yeah.
For a while or for most of the
time?
time?
Yeah, until I was about 12, 13. Yep, 12.
Okay.
And then I went to Peoria, moved to Dogtown. My mom, she was like, we're going to a better neighborhood, but it wasn't.
That's all.
The school, it was the same. I brought some culture to the school, though. I'm not gonna lie. I brought some swag. They were trying to make fun of me for my, baggy clothes, my Interstates, my tall tees. They were skaters, but let me tell you, when I was a sophomore, everyone was dressing like I was dressing when I was a freshman in there.
Kind of changed it around.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Hell yeah! So you had a good time in high school.
Yeah, it was great. It was fun. I wasn't super popular, but I wasn't a nerd either. We had our clique, and we spit.
Yeah.
Slapbox.
Really?
Fun time.
Slapbox champion over here.
Man.
You have the reach on some guys?
I did, but no, the homie, shout out B, man. The homie, He has a long reach. That motherfucker
He had
got
the
me.
hands.
He made it was funny because it was a joke. Now where he made my nose bleed. Like we was getting yeah. He got me. He barely clipped me. Bam, and just.
Oh, that's
So
the
it was
worst.
funny. Now they always talk shit like, oh, no, watch out, his nose gonna bleed. It was funny.
That's funny. You can't when it's your nose. You can't even say like it doesn't hurt or whatever. It's like, dude, you're crying and you're bleeding. You know, it's like instant with your nose. You can't even prove that you're tough now.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That's funny.
So in high school, is that where the rapping started or what?
No, yeah. So I've always it was kind of it was I've been rapping forever. I've always been trying to rap because growing up, my brother he went to Stray and then Trevor Brown, and he was in a rap group called Court of Mains. So growing up, he was always in and out and doing. I've seen him spit and all that. I seen it, and then it wasn't even. He didn't even start there. And let me bring it back. He started with my uncle when he was even younger. So I was a baby watching him record in my dad's studio, which was his brother's, and they were called actually the Bomb Squad. And my brother was Jet Black, and then my uncle was Ground Zero, and they had Pierre. They had a whole bunch of, and they were dope, low key. I liked them, and I grew up listening to them, and I always wanted to be like them. So I always tried to get their approval, but I was always just a little brother, like, go, get out of here, like you can't come with us. And then he got with Court of Mains, and I got a little older, and I'm talking like 13, 14. Like now I'm teenaging up, and I can try to rap, but it was still kind of cornball rhymes and things like that.
Yeah, you're a kid. You don't have a lot to pull from yet.
Yeah. But I was still trying to listen to what he was saying and do. But I also kind of remember what he was saying. Don't ever really rap about what you haven't done or at least seen or heard of it. Like, and I say heard about it because you can tell your friend's story without saying it's your friend's story or like stories that you know are legit. So at the end of the day, just stuff you don't at least kind of can know about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that happened. He was with Court of Mains. There was Merc, XL, him, Jet, Hathaway. Shout out Hathaway, Mastermind Beats. He's still going. Crazy beats, like crazy. But they were killing it. And I remember my brother was on 98.3 too, 92.3 at the time. On the Freestyle Friday or whatever. And he was spitting. He won a couple battles. And then Hathaway, I think he went undefeated, I believe. But it was dope, man.
Yeah, that's back in the day when you could go undefeated every week and then get retired and stuff.
Yeah, it was fun. So just growing up, I was always into rap. So and then once they kind of split up and they got signed. They were going to get signed a couple times. I don't know if Pride was aware or not. And I never really talked to my brother about it all the way through. But I got his approval a while ago. But like after that happened, it was just like my confidence went up, and I don't know. I kind of surpassed everyone, and I don't know. It's not really cockiness talking, but it's more confidence. But like when I show my music to people, like it kind of it hits them in a certain way. And so like I hope people can hear this and kind of want to go hear what I'm talking about. But it's almost like you really haven't made it yet type shit. Like I take pride in my craft and my creativity, and like if you just stop for a second and listen to my actual bars instead of paying attention to the beats and the choruses, which my beats are nasty, but my choruses maybe, you know what I'm saying? I've been told maybe some of my songs don't even have choruses because I'm straight bars. So, but like stop and listen to the bars, and it's like it's nasty. Yeah. Now, not to say I don't have choruses and bangers. You'll love them, but I'm just saying.
You're just speaking to your strong suits and like stuff that you would. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, my bars for days, and so that's just kind of where it started. So I've been rapping, and then also with other than the rap, music's just been in my blood altogether. So like my dad, he's a guitar player. I promise you, the best in Arizona. Look him up, Martin Jimenez, right? Majestic. But like, you try to put that together, you'll find him. But best guitar player in Arizona, I put my money on it. But I was in my mom's belly while he was on tour, so she was going around, and then I was born, and then he was on tour. So like, she said I was a baby, and then like he was doing shows and stuff, Minneapolis and all that. They were touring, like actually touring. It was dope. They were called Majestic, and then he just kept doing cover bands as I'm growing up, and he was still doing them until recently. I don't know if he is, but he's on the actual. Yeah, he's on the wall at Kimmy's. If you go to Kimmy's on like 59th and Greenway, you'll see Majestic. You'll see him on the wall, Majestic, and then Black Horse. It's cool. Dope. So like music, and then my uncle played the drums. My other uncle played the bass, and then they're close friends since they were kids. Sings, and they all still fuck around together. So it's rest in peace, my Amador. He played the drums, but
rest in peace, man. I was gonna say, describe your music style. What would you say? Like, who's it aimed for? Who's it aimed at? Is there a message to it.
Yeah, so
I've seen that there's like multiple themes, kind of depending on what you're spitting about. It'll be aimed in one direction, and you know.
For sure, no. I'm glad you said that too, because it kind of helps me, because sometimes I get stuck, especially on the spot. Same thing with interviews at jobs. It's funny, but like with the music direction, so like recently, it's kind of been towards like you can't let your feelings kind of stop you, and you can't let previous decisions that you've made kind of predict and dictate the decisions that you're going to make, which I have done recently too. So it kind of goes out to a lot of the people that don't have a lot of confidence. And I have a saying, because I kind of spaz out sometimes, and not in a bad way, not like I meant like I'll just start singing, or just a happy joy burst.
You know that pin drop dance where you spin and do that? I see him do that a lot. He'll do that out of nowhere.
I'm just saying, like, it's just a burstful joy, and then like people would like laugh, or like be like, "Oh shit, you know, you have a lot of energy." I'll be like, "Well, let me tell you, it's like I'm in the shower 24/7." And sometimes they know what I mean, but they'll say, "What do you mean?" And I say, "Because like when you're in the shower, you sing, you do stupid noises, whatever you do, because no one's watching."
Yeah.
But like even at work or outside, like sometimes people aren't watching, which I know they are, but so it can go to the people that don't have the confidence to do so. Just act like maybe you're in the shower, but just know that people aren't going to judge. They're actually going to join at the end of the day. There's two J's, for sure. Right? But they're not going to judge. They're going to join.
You might be helping them out too, because it's similar to like when you raise your hand in a classroom, someone else had that same question. They just didn't want to like ask it. So it's like someone else was kind of wanting to dance to this song that's on, but you're the one that broke the ice to do it.
That's I think yes, because even that work with people, patience, and then they'll be like, I'll be like, there you go, get it, come on.
Yeah, it's like they need someone to be all the way on the extreme so they can kind of be in the middle. You know what I mean? It's kind of safe.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm in the safe zone if I do a little dance, because he's over here, like I said, doing the pin drop, going in. You know what I mean? Doing the jerk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're bringing back old dances and shit, so it's like safe for them to just kind of do a little bop.
But and I think sometimes I wish people would do that around me sometimes, because when I'm in a slump, it's like I can't do it to bring myself up because I'm not in the mood to do it. So that's one of the audiences I'm kind of
like the sad clown, the sad jester.
Yeah, like
those people that like,
you don't got to be sad no more. You can be a jester and happy, because people will accept it, and in fact be welcoming to it and ask where you're at. Type shit. And then another one is kind of like the ADHD crowd. So like he said, it's everywhere. So like depending on your mood, I got some summer songs, some fun songs, some party songs, some drill songs, some crazy songs, some lyric songs, some sad songs. I got it all, I promise you. So
yeah, if you just scroll through the IG, you see them try different ones.
Yeah, and I have a lot more, to be honest. I have about 30 songs that aren't released. Maybe that's exaggerating, about 21, but it's crazy.
Yeah, right. It's got to be a nice number, like 21.
I started to do poetry too, a little cope with me, kind of like slam poetry. I got some reels on that.
Wow.
But some shit popped off in my phone.
How do you feel about poetry? Is that the same? Does it give you the same feeling as writing rhymes for a beat? Or is it... Because poetry has like maybe a little bit more restrictions to it, or parameters. Like if the type of poem you're writing, it's got like these guidelines.
Yeah, so I guess... So the fact I can't say poem, I guess. So when I show people, or when they hear it, they're like,
"Oh, that's spoken word shit."
It is poem, but I guess it's spoken word because I'm still kind of having a rhythm. Like you can't, there's no beat, but like I'm still like one of them. I forget what I said. I said, "Cope with me." On Instagram, deleting all the messages, thinking of the girls I have relations with, and some of the ones I could have hit and I couldn't hit, but I think that was it. It made me work for it, cause I promise I ended with 90% of it. I kept it low, you know a low estimate. You know who you messing with. They say that he haven't sent, tell them that's irrelevant. All they wanna do is binge, drinking till the morning is, shining through the blinds and shit. Now I gotta take a piss, take a shower, feel like shit. Take a nap, go to work, getting home just to sit on my ass and smoke a grip. Tired from the night before, tell myself I'm done with it. Just to feel good, get up and take another hit. It's that good life, that night life they living fast, right? Too fast, too furious, master pain, go out every night. I just want to chill, but depression and ADHD is real. Cope with me.
Yeah.
But shit like that. So like,
so that kind of, I was going to say, that's kind of, it's kind of cool to hear that, because that was one of my notes that I have. One of my notes that I have for the way you rap, it's like what a real strong flow, and not any wasted space. Like there's not a lot of fat to trim away, kind of thing. You take advantage of all the space there is to say something. So I like that, and I appreciate that because, like I said, I'm from an old world, an old land. So when nowadays when songs are really short, or when a rapper kind of backs out of a verse quick, you know what I mean?
And there's a big gap, and then they're like, "Yeah, cut," and then the chorus comes in or something.
Yeah,
You're like, "What
and
the heck?"
It doesn't mean it's not good. It doesn't mean it's not like like a bop, like a really good song. It's just like I'm from a time where it was like you have to say some crazy shit, and every single second you have, even if you're like stepping on the chorus almost.
Yeah, you're right. And then I noticed that too. A lot of the times, it's a good thing, but sometimes I feel myself trying to fill too much space up. And then when I listen to them, like, dang, let me take that ad lib out, or let me put that out to where, and it's not like you're saying a big gap, but like even just a little gap in the chorus, sometimes I'm like, man, I need to fill that up, fill it up, fill it up.
So that's an intentional thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I do.
So it comes through. I'm just gonna say, good job, because it's like when you're listening to it, it's like it's one of those things. Like if you start liking it, there's a lot of it for you to have. Versus like sometimes I'll find a rapper and it's like, oh man, I wish there was more of this song. Like, what happened there?
My most favorite songs are a minute and a half and shit.
Right.
And you're like,
or it's like, hey, they should have put that guy on 2 verses. He was killing it. Like, what? Put him back on. Like, give him a whole try at this. So I've noticed some shit like that where. And like I said, it doesn't make the songs bad if they're short or if they back out of it quick, but it just reminds me of a time when it's like rappers would give you like 3 strong verses and they would like be competitive if there was people on it and stuff like that.
And I think that might be where I'm still stuck, and I don't know if that's maybe why it's like I'm just where I'm at, you know what I mean? So,
oh yeah.
I mean, I got to follow him, but I got to be. I'm up there with the. Let me chill out, but I'm up there, and I know I am. And I don't
feel like you're worth more than what.
Yeah, and I shouldn't even chill out. I'm up there. I'm past the Macklemores. I'm past the Dickies. Like, come on, like what the fuck? And then at the end of the day, I'm not dropping names like that, but I feel like I'm up there, and then whoever wants to say I'm not, then let me know you feel that way. But I know my numbers aren't showing it right now, but I swear to God, the skill does, and the confidence is always going to be there. So
yeah, it's like you work hard enough to know what it's worth. We're respecting everyone, but who would you say is like your inspirations? Like, hey, if you listen to my music closely enough, you might hear guys, you might hear this, you might hear that.
So a lot of it's, I would say, Jay-Z and Drake, and then second would be Kanye and Lil Wayne.
Okay.
So like it's a little bit of, and just because I feel like some of my bars are witty, if you like actually stop and listen to them, that's where the Wayne comes in. I can get a little emotional sometimes, but still spit some crazy bars with that emotion. So that's where the Drake comes in. And then my gutterness, where like I'm telling stories that I've actually done, like whether people believe it or not, like I promise you, once again, my confidence comes in, and at just capital R at the end of the day, real. So, and like I know what I'm talking about. And if you stop and ask me behind closed doors, like I'll probably explain some shit that you'll be like, wait, what? That's why? Yeah. So there's some science to it too, you know what I mean? So, but I don't just in general everything. But like I don't even want to like emphasize on anything else. But just at the end of the day, you want to be just confident.
So there's some authenticness to it.
Yeah,
comes from that. So those 4. What about newer rappers? You said any?
That's where that's where the Kanye and the so the Wayne was the bars, the Kanye was the confidence, the Jay-Z was the gutterness, the real talk, and then the Drake was the emotion. Yeah. So the cockiness, the emotion, the gutter, and then the witty.
Yeah, I heard this one guy. I forget who it was. It was like a hip hop historian guy. And he was talking about like the history of rappers and like what makes what is a rapper, like an MC. And he was talking about like you have to have the right level of braggadocio.
Man.
And I'm like, that's true. Like
you have to brag.
You have to brag, but it's like
the
right on the edge of like I want to punch this guy in his face, but I kind of like him though. Like you know what I mean? Like he's with me. He's my boy. But it's like he's right there on the cusp of like, hey, who is this fucking guy?
Because I want to fight you.
Like, but it's like it's like all the girls want to be with him, all the guys want to beat him. That level of confidence, like you said, you're saying confidence.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that comes through when I'm watching you rap too. It's like a conviction or whatever. You're really saying it. Like I wrote this stuff down. I think it's good, and here's how I'm going to tell you it's good. versus like some people are really worried it's going to come over, you know?
Yeah, and when they get on it, because just like once again, when you bring back what I was saying, I did as a like with the career in sales over the phone and stuff, you can hear somebody smiling, you can hear them like this. What you mean you don't want it? Or you can be like, what do you mean you don't want it? You can, why are you mad? I don't want it. Hold up, bye. Be like, what do you mean you don't want it? Be like, well, cuz, like, what do you mean? Like, they're not gonna hang up when you ask, what do you mean you don't want it? Because you're smiling. So, like, at the end of the day, with the confidence, you can feel it. If you were like, when I'm spitting, you can feel the goosebumps. Like, you can, and I know you can feel it when you hear it too. So, like, especially, I used to perform a lot. I haven't in the past maybe year, half a year, 6 months, 7.
So, what other inspirations? Maybe at home. Maybe who was playing the music? I know you said you had actual musicians around.
Yeah,
rappers and drummers and stuff like that. But was anyone playing the music like on the radio? Like who was the
so my brother,
who was the lover of music else besides those guys?
My dad and my brother. So them still. So my brother, like getting in the car. My mom, she played the music by herself, but my mom's the best. Shout out, Lisa, man. She's the best mom ever. Doesn't have a mean bone in her body, right? But
from what I've heard, she's awesome, right?
Yeah,
so you told me,
amazing.
Awesome.
But she would always let us play our music, whatever we wanted to play. So my brother always played rap and all that, and then my dad always played like classic rock in the garage. So that's why I know all the AC/DC songs, the Journey, the White Snake, I'm going blank now, but there's a lot.
As you should, right? Bands, it's like those are all classic American music.
Yeah, and I can sing it man, it's just fun. So I know all that stuff. In fact, you go through my playlist, you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, in fact, I love Who Can It Be Now right now by Working Men or whatever that shit. And I found out they're talking about the feds.
Yeah.
They're knocking on the door.
They're talking about being paranoid.
Yeah.
I'm paranoid.
And then he was like, back to the high school days, like, I'm wanted. I'm a wanted man. The cops are coming at my door. He said, who can it be? Like, who can it be now? Knocking on my... So I was like, dang, that... Like, if you listen to the message... And then also, it was funny, a funny story, too, growing up. And I'm sure a lot of people have been through this, too. But when your parents hear the music you're listening to, they're like, oh, my God. My bad. They're talking about this and that, sex, drugs, and this. And then... It's like growing up, AC/DC has a song called Give It a Dog a Bone. And it says in the beginning, she gets on her knees.
Jeez.
And then she caresses me nice. And she said something like, please. And then boom, boom, boom. And then she goes, she puts me in her mouth. And I'm just giving a dog a bone, giving a dog. And it's like, yeah, you might not be paying attention as a kid, but he's like, what? And then...
musicians been freaky for
it's amazing. Like, and it's like, dang, rock is worse than rap, bro. And I love it. I'm not worried about it, but
yeah, you realize like a lot of those people were just like young people expressing themselves and all that.
And it's just you can understand rap a little bit more because there's not big ass guitar drums behind it. There's drums, but it's not like
you got Ash in there if you want.
So it's like
it's like plus it's like you're listening to rap maybe if you don't like rap, like your parents or whatever.
And then you're like, oh my God,
you're talking shit about it through those ears, but. You're listening to your era music, rock or whatever, and it's like, this is good shit. It's like, you're not even listening to it, like, critically.
But let me pause up. He can roll a leaf. Let me say that. I don't usually like leaves, but he can roll a motherfucking leaf.
We have joints around here, too, if you want joints and stuff.
You're good. No, we can do it. I love joints, though. I am a joint roller. I'm a paper plane. Shout out Wiz Khalifa, man. I used to do blunts all the time, but I do like leaves better than maybe blunts if they're rolled right. Like, this motherfucker can roll. Let me say that again.
It's not the biggest blunt,
But it's smooth.
But we work. It's fun. It draws nice. Mm-hmm. I don't like the big blunts,
and you're not going to waste a lot of weed at the end.
And then, so
it's great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just had to pause there, but it's great.
Pause for the cause here.
But the question are with the.
I was just asking about who else was into music.
So that was going on. My brother and my dad, and then also my uncle. Shout out Mike G Bone. Boom, boom, boom. But then my uncle. Shout out G Bone. He was I'm pretty sure professional. Maybe not perfect, but like me, like you know what I'm saying, like how I'm doing music right now. He would DJ and stuff, and he had turntables, and he still has them. And he would even, 15 years ago and shit. But like when we would go to the parties and stuff with my dad and stuff. Well, maybe 20 years ago. I was younger, but no, like 16, 15 years ago. So like he would always DJ, and then it was all old school hip hop. Like he knew. And then even rap, like we would all listen, like, so we would go on trips and like, cause I would always be invited with my cousins. So like I was always chilling with them and they always went on more trips than us. We went on trips a lot though. I love my mom and dad shot, we went on vacations a lot, but they went on a lot too and they invited me.
Got to go, hell yeah.
I would always be camping in with them and stuff. And on the trip was always rap. And it was dope because like, my mom and dad would. I mean, we would listen to rap, and if it cussed, it cussed. But like, we would have to buy CDs sometimes with no parental advice. But like, man, with that 1-year-old in the car,
they're letting it
Biggie,
rip.
Pac, like, who shot you? Bitch, I fucked your bitch. And I'm just like, ugh! Like, as a kid, just chill. Like, it was dope.
It was
like,
the best fucking.
He listened to, and then he had a Suburban with some bass. Like, he was a DJ. So like,
that's fucking cool.
I fucked your bitch, and so like, and then nowadays, so like, you know, my stepdaughter and stuff, it's like, oh no, it's like, man, like, you don't understand, like, low key, you can't shelter. Like, I don't get me wrong, I listen, but it's like, come on,
it's weird. It's weird being the adult now,
and they don't even understand at the end of the day until you say, oh my god, turn that down, and then they're like, wait, what did he say?
Oh
okay, so that means that's not good. Like, no, just let it go. They don't even know what he's saying.
That's true. Next time they hear it, they're gonna be like, this is the part they turned off.
Yeah. Just like in a movie, which I'm not saying let them watch it, but like in a movie, if they're watching, just be like, hey, can you go get me a cup of water real quick, or come here, and just grab them instead of be like, hey, turn around, go in the room, you can't watch this, pause it, and then it's like, oh, wait,
then it freezes on what they're not supposed to look at, and they're like, burn that in my mind.
Then they're gonna go look at it when y'all leave. I promise you, shit, I did it. We all did it. But no, that's funny. We just started talking about that shit, but
that's real podcast shit. Get on tangents and stuff.
But yeah. So that's how it was, and then and then my uncle they all rap, so we would go over there. They always play games. That's how, you know.
So it was like a family thing.
Yeah, and
being appreciative of a good rapper, some good beats and shit like that. Was
man,
like
always freestyling with beats on and stuff. So that's how I did it. And then even with my friends, roasting, freestyling, like I said, slapboxing, smoking. I didn't start smoking until I was 18. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really part of the smoke, but I was always chilling with them. And I did smoke black and mild sometimes. And then when I turned 18, almost
you had
19,
to work it up to it.
Once I turned 18, almost 19, weed every day since. I mean, I don't know if it's something to brag, but I ain't took no tea break. You know, motherfucking tea break.
Faithfully with the weed.
Right.
You can stop hitting that whenever you don't want it.
Nope.
Some people, I feel like I'm forcing them.
No.
So yeah, man, that leads me into the rap talk. I wanted to give you your props. Like I was telling you earlier, you got a real strong flow. Like I'm from the old school where I can appreciate a guy that is intentional, you know, and like I said, uses all of the allotted time to get the message out.
Yeah.
So good shit on that. I wanted to tell you good shit on all your reels you've been putting out. I see you're trying to stay in people's face, stay in their grill. And that's what you have to do. You know, you have to do that nowadays on the internet. You have to be the kind of person that's just like self-promoting big time, you know?
And then I fall off a little bit though. I'll stop for like a day or two. I'll be like, fuck, I gotta make up. And then I'll do 3 videos in one day. I'll be like, I don't even know if that's smart. I gotta do like boom every day.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I also wanted to give you props on your performances. I was doing my homework on you, you know? And I was digging deep and I seen there were some videos where you were like performing at places.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen the one where you're like standing on a chair. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, that is him.
That was in Vegas. Yeah, that was at the Shag Room in the Virgin Mobile. Shout out. Yeah, that shit was fun.
I was like, dude, that is that guy. I know I had the right video because I see you standing on a chair.
I had the brown corduroys.
I'm like, he would do that.
In fact, you know what's funny? With that, I was like 3rd or 4th. Everyone was vibing. It was dope. And I got off and then I was like, all right, bet, boom, boom, boom. And then the guy got it. He was like, man, what a show. He was like, what the hell? He goes, but do me a favor, guys. I got confirmation from the manager. We can't have no one standing on the chairs. No, we cannot do that no more.
That was a showstopper performance.
It's a possible lawsuit or whatever. It's, you know. And then I was like, my bad. They're like, yo, you good, but we just want you to start a trend. I was like, oh yeah, they would have done it. They would have got on that chair
because it was a good idea.
Yeah, I was like,
it made you like 12, 13 feet tall. You know what I mean?
Because it was already on a little stage.
Yeah, too. You're on the stage on a chair and you're tall.
And then if I would have failed, though, it would have. But I'm telling you, growing up, I never hit the floor. Playing ball, like I always landed on my hands. Oh, like hands and feet, like whoop, never hit the floor. It's like it's one of those things where, as a big person, you don't want to hit the floor.
Yeah, you fuck around, get some weird agility out of nowhere.
That shit'll hurt. Like you do, bow. You're like, fuck.
So yeah, dude, good shit on that. I seen that chair. I was like, this dude he's got aura.
Yeah, the people tell me that like the energy alone, like they like the song, they're like dope. Like I love your music and the flows, but like your energy, like I just want to watch you. You're
showmanship.
Doing a show. You're not just standing there, like I'm jumping.
Yeah, like, you're working the crowd. I seen that.
Appreciate it. In fact, I wore these shows at that show. These shoes.
Those are the chair climbers.
Chair shoes.
What can you tell me about like writing process? Can you share anything like that? How do you do that? Do you try every day, or do you wait till it hits you, till it strikes you something good?
So
You get it from conversations. What do you? I always wonder that.
yeah, now it's been random to be honest. To now that you bring it up, but there was a time where it's like a crap. You work on it. So I mean, I'm getting back to it, but like you do listen to a beat, bring out the notepad, and then just start to write. Like you do have an idea at first, and then you either get a writer's block or you keep going. You just keep writing. So what I do is I just write, just keep writing. If it flows, right, boom, keep going.
Like don't get in the way of it going. Flowing.
Yeah, and then you can cut it into courses or just like I do usually do a whole verse. A lot of the times when I get upset, I'll feel like I want to put it into music. But I've tried to do that this last week and I get stuck. So after about 30 minutes of sitting there listening and trying, I'll stop. But then when I do that, sometimes I realize it comes to me in about 30 minutes to an hour. In fact, yesterday, I was writing, didn't happen. The homie came through, shout out Travaris, he pulls up, ex-coworker, but he's like a brother. We were smoking, he just pulls up and smokes every now and again. And we chop it up, but I've been putting beats on and spitting, and man, I freestyled. He even said, he goes, why don't you record yourself while you freestyle? I was like, I know. He was like, you can go rewrite it, but it came
the magic
out.
Already happened.
It came out, and I was like, fuck, like it was nasty. Like a
Do
whole
you think
2
that was
minutes.
just because you have like a little bit of an audience, like a person to put on for, versus like it's just yourself? There's no energy bouncing back.
Sometimes that does happen, but sometimes it can be a bad thing too, because sometimes there could be intimidations.
Yeah.
To where it's like, I don't care what people think of me, and I don't care if they judge me, but sometimes there could be judging during the verse, so.
I heard this thing, not to cut you off, but I heard this thing, Terrence McKenna was saying, like, if you do psychedelics or mushrooms with another person, right, it's like just you and them, but then there's like a third person, which is like society. So like if you start acting weird and crying or whatever, screaming, this person's going to judge you to like the society standards of crazy. They're going to be like, you're acting crazy, like that's what we would all call you. But if you're alone, you could just trip the fuck out and roll around in the dirt. You know what I mean? So it's like, it depends who's watching. But like the moment you have one more set of eyeballs, you really have like the whole world watching you now, because they can run and tell on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like he got privy to a freestyle.
True.
But it's like,
and I know he likes my stuff too, and he is always pushing me. He's always like, yo, you need to do boom boom boom, do boom boom.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that energy. Someone that's always on your side. Like,
that I guess that really I did feed off that, and that's another message too. Like you need that. You either chill with vultures, you chill with dogs, you chill with hummingbirds. Like positive. I don't know. What's positive? Hummingbirds are positive, right?
Yeah. Or like you said, like wolves, like a pack of wolves, they got each other's back.
Yeah.
Versus vultures are like circling you. Like
so either that way, dogs or vultures. So but I was just saying like harmony and so like maybe hummingbirds and dogs. I don't know. Because you can you can surround yourself around dogs, but are they real dogs? So it's like now you don't want to be a dog. You want to be a dog out here, but you don't want to be a dog. If that makes sense.
You want to feed your wolves, or else you're on the menu.
Yeah, I always want to make sense, but don't make sense, because dollars is what pays the rent, like I said, right? But at the end of the day, you want to be a dog, but you don't want to be a dog, right?
You want to be a dog, but not at the dog track.
Yeah, so maybe you want to be a wolf, or you want to be a massive, like you want to be a dog that's like
a lone wolf.
A dog,
lone wolf, dude.
Yeah. You want to be Deadpool in these streets.
Oh yeah. So when you're writing, do you ever have like favorites? Do you ever pick out a favorite? I wanted to ask you, like, do you have any favorite bars of yours? And then I was going to ask you, what's your favorite bar, like, of all time? Like, is there, like, a rapper that said something so crazy where you're like, dude, I can't get over that one,
The fact I have, and I do.
What made me think of this, too, maybe I'll give you another little time to think. What made me think of this was, like, when we'd be chilling at work or whatever, when we're talking about, like, who's better than who? And so-and-so is better than so-and-so. And then I would always be like, hey, well, you tell me a bar of his, and I'll tell you one of my guys, and we just go against it, So, like, what have they said that's so prolific? It's like, what's one of your favorite lines? Let's do that.
Well, there's a lot of, like, one thing Wayne said, and it's not even really it's catchy, but like it's kind of the truth. I like how he said, if heaven is real, then y'all fake as hell. If y'all scared to visit, then I'll take it there. And then he also said, I'm trying to think of what he said before this to lead to that, but he said, you smell the dead ones and you smell the dead ones, got to live with the fragrance. And that's that bar kind of resonated with me. And it's a not newer bar, but I think 2014, when did Dedication 6, 27, 18? I forget what it was. Later. But there's other bars. That's why I said, since I'm on the spot, but I thought of that one right now because I was living with one of my friends. I don't know, but we was roommates on 19th and Camelback, and then there was this lady that lived next to us, bro, and she was in a wheelchair, like an old vet, and we know she was on a wheelchair because like she smelled our apartment, and we had like in my room, like we had weed, like it was bomb weed too, so like we wanted to hook her up, so she didn't say nothing, like we would hook the neighbors up, so we gave her some, and she loved it. She would ask every now and again. She stopped asking for a little bit, bro. And then everyone coming to our apartment, even when I would come home and we would come home, it would always smell like weed. And we need to, like, we'd be like, we need to camouflage this. Like, right when you get to the sidewalk where our apartment's at, you don't even know what door it is. You just smell weed. You're like, fuck. So, but towards the end, it started to smell like, I want to say shit, but it wasn't shit.
It was just awful.
It was like I want to say swamp water with some shit, with some mildew and some wet grass. Like I'm trying to put it together, but I realized, I found out it was death, but like it started to smell, and then worse and worse and worse. And then it was only when you knock on our door, and once you come inside, you smell weed. You don't smell it no more. And the neighbor was on this side, and we were on this side, and then the upstairs and our upstairs. And then you see on the window, you'd start seeing just little black bugs, just little black specks on the window. And we're like, yo, this lady ain't came out in a minute. And I'd call the office and complain. I'd be like, yo, it smells like, I would, like I said, I want to say shit, but it just smells, it's disgusting. Like it reeks. It's an odor.
Something's like mildewy in there or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a body, like, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, well, she's paying her rent. She has an automatic payment. She has her pay, whatever's coming in monthly. So she's like, we can't just do a wellness check unless a family calls. I was like, all right. Another 2-3 weeks, a month goes by, bro. Not even, maybe not that long, maybe 2-3 weeks. It was a while, bro. Honestly, maybe a month. It was a while because
forgotten about.
I remember upstairs we had a person move in and then move right out, and then they told us it's because bugs were climbing in through the vents. And then if you look at the window now, instead of little black bug, there's flies about this big, like death flies, not horse flies, but death, like huge ass flies just all over the window. And then shit, what to say, another month or 2-3 weeks, bro, you finally see the corner. So everyone and then they're taking her out the house, the dog, and it's just like, they were.
You trying to tell you guys.
How long was it that, like, automatic payments, they don't give a fuck. It smells like that, like it's shit. So, like, and that's when I seen, I was like, yeah, you remember that smell. You know what the fuck that smells like. That's rotting, just death. So, like, that bar, and then there was, I don't know, that bar. That bar. That's
good answers though too, because you're related to it.
It hit me, and then with the beef kind of bars, he doesn't say no name, but I really like when Nas says, "I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas," and you really trying to. I guess he did drop a name.
Yeah, right Rockefeller. Yeah.
He goes, "Y'all rock hoes, or I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas," and you really trying to take my spot, fellas. Man, I leave you in the palm box, fellas. He says something with the fellas. I'll leave you in the pound box with 9 shots from my Glock, fellas. I was like, ah!
Yeah.
So I love that bar.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff where it's like double time almost, where it's like
pound box with 9 shots from my Glock, fellas.
Yeah, it's like old school hip hop feeling. Man. But he's saying some crazy shit.
That was the shit.
Yeah, those are good answers.
And I really like Shine. But I've always listened to him because of my brother, and it's Saigon too. But what sticks with me with Shine is he goes, "What you know about pulling out big tech, big vest, hollow tips, all up in that kid neck. Poe live it up, Yellowstone's lit it up. Long John Siggers tug, it's the kid, homie. What? Some of y'all rap homies is girls on my dick, yapping, flapping, fucking cartoons. These homies guns don't go off until they say lights, cameras, action. Yo, Swiss." Fair. Tell these homies eat a dick. Gun up in your face, bitch. That way we won't miss. Like he just kept going.
Yeah.
So it's like that old school shit really gets me. But there's a lot of new bars I like too. But after telling you that story, I kind of went blank on those.
Yeah, those are all good.
It'll come back though, for sure.
Oh yeah, I like ESTG for like a newer guy. He says a lot of cool shit. That's like,
who is that? I need to listen to him.
He's good. He says a lot of like spin the block and all that kind of shit. drug talk, whatever. But it's always kind of clever, and it's always kind of like Art of War style. It's simple, but it always feels like it was right there. I could have thought of that. But only he thought of that because he's lived a life right there. So it's like, oh, it was right there. Okay.
It's at the tip of everyone's tongue.
Yeah, it's like, so that's the stuff I like. It's kind of like a reminder of something you've already known, and they say it again. You're like, oh, yeah.
Like Lil Wayne, it's not like something, but like when he said he's hated by the seasons, he was like, I'm hating by the summer because I'm hotter than y'all. Winter hating, or he said winter because I'm cold. No, winter because I'm colder than y'all. What did he say? He said
he does
hotter than summer, and I would never fall or something. Yeah, it was crazy. I'm hated by the seasons.
Those are fire because it's like a writing exercise. It's it's like, hey, when Jay-Z does like 44 fours or whatever that is, 22 twos and all that kind of shit. Who's the other guy that did the fives? Or what's his name? Papoose.
Oh, he does something with numbers. He did the alphabetical thing.
Yeah, he does shit like that.
Crazy. Too. Arsenal automatic with the artillery. I was like, oh, what?
And it almost feels like an exercise. Like do that before you go on stage. But then it's like, damn, your brain works like that. Like it's nuts,
But see, I'm always intrigued too, like little stupid simple shit. Because like I always say, even with weed, I'm a package whore and a title whore. Like I like if it looks dope and catchy, I'm gonna buy it. And if it's trash, I'm gonna be mad. But hey, it looked good. So like I like corny bars too. Like even Wayne said, "Get a ketchup like mayonnaise." Still don't know, but it's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like even when their fillers are good. That's a filler line. But
even like throw in, you tell them ketchup like mayonnaise because you must heard.
Yeah, how little shit. Right? Yeah.
But then he said, Sleepy Hollow said, "I'm too hot dog, better catch up." And then he slowed it down. He goes, "I'm too hot dog, better catch up." Yeah. I was like, I like that shit. That was simple but stupid as fuck.
Simple but effective.
But he killed it.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like you have the personality takes it over. Like I like the way you said that. I like the way you did that.
And then when he goes, "I'm too hot dog, better catch up." Like I'm like, whoa, see, that's kind of. And it went over a lot of people's head because it went over mine for a while.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, see, I'm the shit too. You better catch up. And then I was like, "I'm too hot dog, better catch up."
You're like, that's so easy.
I'm too hot dog.
How come I didn't say that?
Fuck you, right? Like, fuck, it's dope.
So do you like rappers that you ever like the battle rappers? You ever been into battles?
Yeah.
Battles, to me, the rappers that do that are like in their own kind of category of clever,
Yes.
Because you have to be like, have a thick skin, know what they might say about you, use it against them. It's like, dude, they're very plotting. And a very thoughtful person has to be, going at that.
And I like to think I can write bars up the ass. I can incarcerate my shit, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like, I would either get too personal, which I don't know if you can in that industry, right? In that battle rap, but I don't know if I can take it at the same time. Yeah. Like I know I can, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's
you're like, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, you need it.
Even like you said,
salute those motherfuckers.
Too personal is a thing too, where it's like now nobody in the crowd knows what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like
because it's so specific to them. You have to make it like digestible for everyone, and then everyone goes, "Yeah, that was hard." And I think he said that about his grandma or whatever.
That's it. Yep. And then, that's where like Conceited came from when he's on Wild and Out now. But that motherfucker had bars like crazy with the slow it down. I remember one of them. He said, "Fuck, what did he say?"
He had a bunch of slow downs.
Yeah, it was great. And then I liked Pat Stay a lot.
Yeah, rest in peace, Pat Stay.
It was dope.
I was just showing my wife all the Pat Stay highlights the other day.
Man, that motherfucker! I like what he said. He goes, "I slapped the drool off his face." The
special needs guy, the Marv One's brother.
Yeah. Which I know, hey, it's not right, but it was.
No, but you have to watch it because
watch it.
The guy's making fun of his special needs brother, and you feel bad, but then you're also kind of laughing because the way he's doing it.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
He's like, "Oh, he's mad right now. I bet you he wants to punch me so bad right now." He's like, "I wish he was something with his dad right now." Like he's just very clever, and he does have a lot of those old school like hip hop formats where he's just like kind of like doing like a little like kind of like a fucking. Run DMC fucking cadence.
Yep.
Like I'm coming through with the boop boop boop, but it's like he's saying the wildest shit.
It's and my homie Ben put me onto that. Shout out Ben, but the fact that there's hatred, like because he was died in a stabbing, right? Someone
stabbed him to death,
and that's how personal it got. Like I swear, it was probably because of
he was talking shit.
I don't know if it was, but man.
Yeah, he's a big ass dude. He got away with a lot of cool shit though. He was punking people for a while.
Yeah, shout out Killer B. He's one of the homies that's he's a battle rapper.
Yeah.
He's been killing it.
I'm trying to get more battlers and more rappers and stuff on here.
Fuck yeah.
Give them their props,
I'll let them know. Shit.
I do want to ask you, maybe if I don't know if you know this guy personally or if you knew him back in the day. Speaking of rest in peace, another legend from out here. I noticed you guys follow each other, or I think he follows you, or you follow him on Instagram. Rest in peace, a guy named Trap House.
Yep.
Remember him?
Yep. Rest in peace, Trap.
That guy was really cool, very nice to me a lot. You know, every time we interacted, we got so cool to where he put my car in one of his music videos. So I had like a cool Caprice back in the day.
Fuck yeah.
He was always into cars, and he was like, "Yo, bring your car to the music video. We're gonna shoot it." Blah blah blah. Pull up, and I was like, "No way!" You know what I mean? I was like younger. I'm like, "No fucking way." Mm-hmm. So he was really cool, man. So I wanted to.
That's dope. Yeah. Rest in peace, Trap. I knew him. We weren't like friends. We were cool, and he was always a nice guy when we met and talked and like ran into each other as acquaintance. I didn't know him like personally, but I knew him. Like I knew him personally, but you know what I mean?
Like you were doing music or into music, you probably knew that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we talked and stuff, but like, it wasn't. But yeah, it did hit me a little bit when he passed because he did touch the city.
Yeah, man. A lot of people had positive interactions with him.
He was a good guy. Yeah,
and it's gone too soon. He had like a medical condition.
And it wasn't even. I'm sure but yeah, no, he's a good ass guy. He was dope.
Yeah. So. Rest in peace to him. I wanted to make sure I put that in there because I was going, like I said, I was digging in through your IG and stuff, and I was like, no way, they knew each other. What's going on here? Yeah. So I had to ask. Rest in peace to that guy. All right, man. Before I get you out of here, I do want to mention like kind of the way I met you was in the cannabis industry.
Yeah.
So shout out to cannabis, shout out to weed, bringing people together. I'm gonna borrow your lighter. I'm gonna smoke this while we talk about weed before we get out of here.
Put some soup to it. That's that chicken noodle shit. Yeah, douche to it. I'm just kidding.
Fuck yeah. I think he said he's going to make your bitch douche to it. That was crazy. That was crazy. Talking right to him. I'll make your bitch douche to it.
Clean it up.
And watch the news to it.
Mm. And then she says she's used to it. What the fuck?
You know what I mean? Oh, there's a lighter.
I wet it a little bit.
He said... she said you wouldn't, so she had Big Blue do it. Blueski.
Big Blue. Man.
She said Blueski got a house full of bitches like Drewski.
Hey.
I don't know, dude. I'm not a rapper.
That was great.
I'm not a rapper, though.
Yeah, that was great.
So I wanted to mention the cannabis industry, dude. We sparked a blunt. I met you through the weed industry. I want to give you props to that because... I've had other cannabis professionals on here and stuff, and I always want to highlight it's not an easy job, It's not an easy industry. It seems cool and fun, but it's super hard to keep a professional thing going when everyone thinks you're supposed to just be like a fun stoner that doesn't care about shit. But, I noticed you take it serious.
I keep it fun and serious, yeah.
You keep it fun. But like you take the job serious, you do want to help people and get the right information out there.
Yeah.
You don't want to just be like a shithead stoner. Yep. You're giving people the right information all the time.
Yep.
You're advocating for weed in the right way, even though it's like your own personal way. So I want to give you a props on that. And can you tell me a weed story? Like, what was your first time smoking weed?
Man. So first time was with the homies. Like I said, shout out B, but like, man, there was other homies too. Jay. We call him Lil Head. Shout out. I forget who else was there, man. I think it
was a legendary sesh the first time.
Bro. And let me tell you, it was Christmas buds, the Reggie, but it was back then. I want to say it was a while ago, right? But like I'm sorry, it was gas. Christmas buds when in wintertime, that shit was good, bro. Back then it was gas. Now you're like, what the fuck is this? But
I'm saying it's to the point where people have stories about it.
So, bro, first time smoking. We smoked it, I think, Swishers at the time, probably.
Yes.
I want to say Swishers. Man, this is good.
We smoke the guest out if they partake, Some guests don't smoke. Some guests are like, hey.
But now, we smoking. And I'm feeling, and then mind you, since we're drinking, so I can never get crossfaded again. Let me say that. And I've chased it. It's weird to say that, but like not chased it, but like everyone's like, "Oh, I can't smoke because I've been drinking." Now I'm like, "How old are you?
What happens to them?
Yeah, like what?" Like, I remember one time, but bro, man, it had to have been. Now that I think about it, it had to have been crossfaded. We smoking, boom, and we in a hotel. It was like a budget inn or something. Smoking, and there's a desk. And I remember after smoking, I'm laying on the desk. Everyone's talking shit like, "Oh, you good, bro?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm straight." But I remember sitting down, and the chair's higher, so I'm actually sitting, and then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I feel like I'm getting punched. Like I'm like, like swear to God, it's weird. Like I feel like I'm getting like, from the back. It don't hurt.
It
But
doesn't
I'm
hurt
like,
when you're moving.
yeah. So then I'm like, fuck. Like maybe 20, 30 minutes go by. I'm like, I gotta run to the restroom. I go to the restroom. And I'm gonna say it. Like I gotta shit. So I get on the toilet and just shit. And I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh, that's what it was.
But then I'm like, oh fuck. Can't even wipe my ass, bro. I gotta whoop.
Puke?
Just throw the fuck up all on the shit, and it's just a shit. I'm like, and I'm shit and throw it up more, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh fuck, so I gotta turn right back around, shit again,
dude.
Bro, I was like, what the fuck? And I came out because it was a while though, and they kept knocking on the door there because it got to the point where they were like, bro, are you good? Because I wasn't saying nothing because time slowed down too, and I was like, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they were like, yo, I'm about to, do we have to call? Like, yo, you good? Like, I'm about to bust this door down. Do we got to, like, you good? Like, because, they were looking out for me at the end of the day.
You guys were younger or whatever, yeah.
They were like, I was like, I'm good. They were, all right, bet. And at the end of it, they were just like, man, all right, bet. He's not saying that, fuck it. And I swear, I think I'm saying I'm good. I swear I thought I said I'm good. But I hear him say, man, fuck it, you ain't going to say nothing? All right, bet.
But you're too high. You're dehydrated at this point. You just shit your brains out. You're like, I don't have any.
And through it, I was like, yeah, I'm dead. And then I think an hour goes by or something. I finally get out and they're like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? You good? I'm like, nah, man, what the fuck? They're like, oh, you can't handle it. But ever since then, I can never get that high again. And like, I'm not chasing it, but what?
Well, I think I can handle it this time.
I was, oh, man.
Damn, you had the real bubble guts. You had like fucking.
And I think it was, someone was really spiritually hitting the shit out of me. And then I had to.
You had speed bumps going on. That's crazy. So that was your first time smoking?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. And it was just weed in there, huh?
I
hope so.
I had to have been. I know we would coat the blunt with lean sometimes, but that was not my first time.
That was before that.
Yeah,
or after that, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. And no one's ever said they shit their brains out yet. What about, what's your favorite munchies nowadays? You're kind of a healthy guy from what I remember. You kind of do like fruit bowls and shit.
Yeah, I've been eating a lot of smoothies.
Drinking smoothies,
Making a lot of smoothies. But I do have a guilty pleasure for these fucking candies, man. I killed a whole thing of Micanites last night and then some sour Jolly Ranchers. But see, I don't buy myself candy. I try not to, but then my mom will buy me candy sometimes.
If it's around.
Like random, or if I see it, I'm like, bet. And then I try to hide it in the cabinet, but I've been leaving it on the table. I'm watching TV. I'm like, man, fuck it. Cabinet's teeth hurting. I'm like, fuck.
So what's your shit? Sour candies, gummies?
I love sour candies.
Sour?
Like the Zours, like the sour Micanites, but they're not sour, like the Zours, the different brand ones. And then
they've been putting the Z in front of shit, huh?
Yeah, that's funny.
Not even just weed brands. It's like even the kids, the kids candy back in the day.
And then I want to say the best candies though. Fuck. I don't know those flames. I wish they made real candies as sour as those fucking belts.
Yeah, I think Airhead has those extreme belts.
They're not sour though.
Oh.
They're supposed to be, but they're like sweet.
Oh, really? Tried them? You're like, I've been looking.
Even Sour Punch. The only decent ones are the Circle K ones, the random orange bag with that weird thing on it. I don't know that.
Let me put you on game. If you ever been to Winco. You ever seen?
My friend Ashley works there. Shout out Ashley.
Shout out Ashley. Maybe you can help him out. Ashley, do you guys have those big barrel of candies in the back, the bulk candy? Do they have sour belts in that?
You know what? No, you ain't lying. I have had those at Winco. They're like blue, red.
You just grab that thing.
Those are good.
Ashley, bring some home from work.
Them shits is good.
So we talked about cannabis industry. Where do you think it's going next? What do you see for the future of the cannabis? Do you see it's going to get bigger? Do you see it's going to shrink?
It's going to get bigger, and it's going to. I feel like it's going to be like liquor, to where it's going to be like, they have dark liquor, clear liquor, tequila, vodka, Henny, which it is already like that with the strains, but they're going to, instead of strains, they're going to have like the terps and everything all like separated, and everything is going to be like the indica one, the sold at like Circle K's and shit. And then if you want to get technical with then you're gonna go to like how they have Walgreens and shit for. You're gonna have dispensaries for the actual weed, but you'll probably be able to buy like just like you could at the smoke shop, but like lab made fucking weed type
just
shit.
quick shit,
like,
easy shit.
Indica dark or indica light and like just I don't know.
Menthol,
it's gonna be crazy.
Indica menthol.
It's gonna get crazy.
So do you think in a positive way or in a bad way?
In a positive, but yet bad. As long as the cultivators don't rush their shit and we still get some good shit on the back end or something for like.
The true heads.
Yeah, like fuck. Don't get me wrong. I'll be cheap sometimes and buy some cheap shit real quick, which low key. The cheap shit has been the not cheap shit, but like
value strains.
The more you know. So since been in the industry for a while, these companies y'all might know now, which I know you know, but they white label a lot of shit and they buy bulk, just like we used to do in the game. These weeds still comes in black bags. They still come in vacuum sealed bags. It's the same thing. It's just legal now. And they'll buy from these companies as Alien Labs, High Grade, True Infusion, $30+ apes. They'll buy in bulk, which is super cheap, and they'll sell for $10 apes, $15 apes, $20 as their house brown in a package. But if you look at the package, it'll say the white label, the grower, the third party, and then of course the harvest that I always look at. But the more you know, the more you know. So you actually, like, I remember Truly when they had a contract with Harvest or with Connected and Alien Lab, which was Harvest, but then they turned to Truly. They were the only ones allowed to sell it. They were white labeling as well. If you bought Roll One, if you worked there, you knew exactly what strain to buy, which was Gelinade, because it was a shitty cut. So they put it in their house. So don't judge if you see somebody. It's just they know a little bit more maybe. Or, you know, they might be broke, but they smoking still.
Yeah. But even then, it's like they know how to pick their tier.
Yep, look at the harvest date too. Stop looking at these percentages. Like he said, I care about the people I do. Stop looking at the percentages. If you want to indicate, in fact, the lower the percentage, the more terps and cannabinoids are actually in there because there's only a certain amount of percentage, and the highest is 50, 45, maybe of actual medicinal properties. So you have to understand, the higher the percentage of the THC, the less actually longevity that high is going to be and beneficial to what you're looking for.
Right. It's a deeper game than people just put out the first little impression when they see like the price or the THC content.
And I try to tell them, I'll be like, yo, 30%, $10, 20%, $50. But give that 20% to 10, it's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
18%, $50 gonna fuck you up. Or it'll get you high though. It may not fuck you up. But some of the $50 do suck. I'll give them that.
Yeah. That's the whole other piece of it, the whole other side of it, where it's like it's the personal.
Yep.
You know, personal.
And trial and error. Yeah, and personal too. But
personal
doing it for 4.5 years now. All my regulars, like y'all, all my followers and all that, chat, what's up? At the end of the day, y'all know I never steered y'all wrong. For 4.5 years, I still got everyone coming back to me.
Yeah.
Never steered
I was there.
wrong.
I seen some of that. Mm-hmm. People really like this guy. They're just like, yeah, I used to see you at my other dispensary. Now you're here. Yada, yada. You know.
He tells me what to buy. Dude, which one? Okay, I believe you. Come on. I'll be like, yep.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you're quick. It's like I do. I tell them what they're going to buy.
Bringing you their money every day. Like, hey, here's my money. Hook me up again. Set me up.
Set me up. I want to feel like this, bet. Let's get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have heard you say that. Like, well, how do you want to feel, man? It's not really about how much you want to try to spend right now. Like,
maybe I'll get you there cheaper. Like, how do you want to feel, bro? First, let's start there. Come on.
Yeah. I need a sativa for bedtime. You're like, oh boy.
No, bro, you don't understand. They'll be like, let me get the best indica you got. I'd be like, all right, bet. And then they'll come with me or something and see, and they'll be like, oh, what's that? That's 31%. Let me get that. I'm like, it's sativa though. Like, no, I want that. It's the highest percentage. I'm like, bro, you don't think the cops are watching? All right.
Right. Like you're not going to bed tonight. You're like, I tell you what, I'm gonna give you my personal phone number because you're not sleeping tonight, and I want you to call me.
Hit me up.
I'll be up too. Yeah, if you're gonna complain, call me first.
I'll tell people you don't want this, and then if they tell me a third time, because they'll be like, yeah, I do. I'll be like, no, you don't. And they'll be like, yeah, I do. And I'll be like, no, you don't. Yeah, I do. I'll be like, all right, now you can't complain because I said you don't want it. Yeah. And they'll come back like, you were right. Man, what should I get? Which one was you saying?
You got to make them learn the hard way sometimes.
Told you, man. I'm not going to put my name on something I don't want to sell.
Yeah.
Or I want to smoke.
Yeah, man. That's kind of all I had for cannabis. I'm going to get you out of here soon. Is there anything you want to...
rush.
Is there anything you want to tell the people? What's all your pages you want them to follow? Let them know.
Follow me on Instagram, SomeOtherNarcotic _. Also, BeeFly LLC. That's BeeFly. B plus Fly. You got to be Fly out here in these streets, right? B Fly LLC. Twitter, SomeOtherNarcotic. We got TikTok, Some Other Narcotic.
Oh yeah, you do have a TikTok. It's pretty entertaining.
Some Other Narcotic on TikTok. YouTube, Some Other Narcotic. That's it.
Oh yeah. But yeah, he's got a good internet presence, so just search him up, look him up. I follow him. It's a good follow.
Let's work. If you want to work, hit me up. Features. Shit, I want to say free. Let's do free for the first. Let's get it, and then we'll
say my name. Say my name in the show, and then he'll do it.
Say I seen the show to be free.
Yeah, I need a verse for Special Not Rare show, and then boom.
There we go. I got you.
He's already writing them right now. He's already thinking of some shit. Well, hell yeah, man. Thanks for coming on the show, dude. I appreciate you, man.
Bam.
That's a good one. Fuck. You guys make sure you follow him.
Make sure you follow me. Like and share this show.
Hell yeah.
Follow. All that shit. Comment. All that. Come follow my shit, too.
Okay. Thanks for watching, guys.
Boom.